John Donne is one of the greatest non-dramatic poets of English literature, though soon after his death he fell into oblivion. Again, at the beginning of the 20th century, Donne was rediscovered and acknowledged as the greatest writer of love poetry in English literature. In the third and final part of his life, we see that Donne, who is in his mid-40s now, has recently lost his wife. He has also become an Anglican priest and is awarded an honorary doctorate in divinity by Cambridge University. Within just a few years, he will be appointed as Dean of St. Paul's Cathedral, the second highest clerical position in England. There's no doubt that he's one of the best preachers of the 17th century. Parts of his sermons and religious writings are still strikingly beautiful and novel. You might have wondered, like me, what on earth this metaphysical poetry is. Is it writing about spirits and angels that make it metaphysical? And we call this 57 years the 17th century. And the rest of that, from 1660 to the end of the century, is called Restoration, which is often considered as part of the 18th century. So once you start changing these terms, you've got to change lots of them, and that's not definitely possible. Now, to put it in a nutshell, metaphysical poetry is called so because somehow, like metaphysics, it is based on... A Valediction Forbidding Mourning is a great poetic achievement. It's not an easy poem to understand, especially in the third and fourth stanzas. Notice that he doesn't shout his words, he whispers his words. Go away. And notice how close, how intimate the body and the soul are. Goodbye, my soul. Goodbye, my body. Now, the word whilst signals a contrast here. His sad friends are kind of arguing. Some of them say, he's already dead. But others disagree and say, no, not yet. Moving of the earth brings harms and fears, men reckon what it did and meant. But trepidation of the spheres, though greater far, is innocent. It is innocent, meaning harmless. In means not, nocent means hurt. It does not hurt anyone. Now this is the way he argues. This plan of universe could not answer some of the irregularities in the movement of heavenly bodies. So hundreds of years passed before another sphere was added to solve this problem. And the answer was the crystalline sphere. The trepidation or vibrations of this sphere was believed to be transmitted to the other inner spheres, and this created the greatest quake in the whole universe. Our love is so spiritual and so great in essence that we must act like this huge heavenly quake and remain quiet when we leave each other. Remember, people who make a scene when parting, their love is so low and dwarfish, like the little earthly quake. Our two souls, therefore, which are one, though I must go, endure not yet a breach, but an expansion, like gold to airy thinness beat. In my absence, our two souls remain connected, because this is not a breach or breakup, it is just an expansion. In an expansion, you still have the connectedness. This is like a piece of gold beaten to airy thinness, that is, gold hammered until it is expanded to its ultimate limit, becoming as thin as air, extremely thin. There are two movements for each leg of the compasses. At the beginning, the fixed foot stands at a right angle, but as the compass is opened, it leans or moves forward. That's the first movement for the fixed foot. The second movement of the fixed foot begins while the other leg draws a circle. The phrase obliquely run refers to this movement. In Persian, there is a quatrain attributed to Khayyam in which lovers are likened to a pair of compasses. In this poem, the word head is used for the two legs of the compass. جانا من و تو نمونه پرگاری سر گرچه دو کرده ایم یک تن داریم بر نقطه روانیم کنون دایره وار تا آخر کار سر به هم بازاریم. Thank you.